Your Excellency, President von der Leyen, distinguished ambassadors, ministers, dear partners, investors, media representatives, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Montenegro, one of the most diverse and thus the richest country in Europe. Culturally and ethnically, there are no dominant ethnic groups. And so we have learned to build our progress on consensus, patience, and compromise. In many ways, we are already a miniature version of the European Union itself, a community of differences bound together by the will to move forward together. Previously, many wanted to convince us that our diversity is disadvantaged and that only ethnically and culturally uniform countries can be truly stable. But we proved them all wrong. Montenegro now is a beacon of light, progress and stability in our wider region. We are blessed by vast opportunities arising from rich history and culture, freedom-loving spirit of our ambitious people, and natural beauties that are omnipresent. Welcome to the world's first constitutionally ecological state. Today, we open a new chapter of development. We are launching a major investment cycle, strengthening our ties with the European market, and even before we formally join the European family. Today, we are turning our vision of green and smart growth into reality. We are doing this together with our most important strategic partner, the European Union, which is also the largest investor in our country. Montenegro is small in size, but vast in potential. Nestled along the magical Adriatic coast, surrounded by picturesque mountains, and positioned at the crossroads of the East and West, our country represents a natural gateway to Europe and a strategic hub for accessing the Western Balkan markets. With our seaports and ever-developing transport infrastructure, we are positioning Montenegro not only as a tourist destination, but also as a regional platform for business and logistics and energy. By integrating the Western Balkans, the European Union does not only extend its borders, it expands its potential. This integration would open new spaces for economic vitality, innovation, and development, strengthening Europe's pursuit of the modern Holy Grail, global competitiveness in an increasingly complex world. Today, Montenegro stands among the most dynamic investment destinations in the region. Projects worth nearly 3 billion euros are currently underway. Hundreds of new kilometers of highways and express roads, modernized airports and ports, and clean energy projects that will bring tangible benefits to every single citizen. We use euro as our currency. We are a member of SEPA, maintain full capital convertibility, and offer one of the most competitive tax systems in Europe. Lowest labor tax wedge and among the lowest PIT and CIT. These policies, together with progress in the rule of law and ongoing reforms, create a favorable and predictable business environment for investors. Fiscally, we fulfill Maastricht criteria as our debt is below 60% of our GDP and our deficit averaged 2% of GDP for the past 5 years. Our economic agenda is built on modern reforms. Through the Europe Now 1 and Europe Now 2 programs, we have reduced the tax burden on labor, increased the net wages without adding to the cost base of employers, and made Montenegro a regional leader in fair and efficient taxation. These programs, together with the Reform Agenda 24-27, support sustainable fiscal management, transparency, and innovation. Energy remains a central pillar of our growth. We are expanding renewable energy capacities and investing in green infrastructure that connects Montenegro to European energy markets. the undersea cable to Italy and new hydro, solar and wind projects are transforming our country into an energy bridge between the Balkans and the European Union, making Montenegro an energy hub. Our tourism sector continues to set new standards. Here in Luštica Bay, we see an example of responsible development, a community built in harmony with nature, combining modern living, sustainability and local culture, while creating new jobs and supporting local businesses. This is where nature, innovation, culture and investment meet, a model for how to develop a tourism in a smart and green way. Global brands such as One and Only, Regent, Shedi, Hilton, Hyatt, Rixos, Movenpick, Swiss Hotel, Intercontinental are already part of our success story. Digital transformation is the foundation of all of our reforms. Throughout the digital transformation strategy and the expansion of broadband networks, we're building a state that serves its citizens efficiently, transparently and securely. Each new digital service saves citizens time and reduces all the business costs. Our priorities are clear: renewable energy, sustainable tourism, transport infrastructure, agriculture, and information and communication technologies. These sectors form the core of our smart growth strategies, areas where innovation meets investment. Through public-private partnerships, we are turning strategic projects into tangible progress for communities and investors alike. All these efforts are guided by our European perspective. Montenegro is on the threshold of the European Union and remains the leader in a accession process, with all negotiation chapters opened and 7 provisionally closed for now. With a clear plan to close all remaining chapters by end of next year, 2026, we aim to join the European Union in 2028 as 28th member. Montenegro is ready to contribute to Europe's green and digital transition. Finally, Montenegro's accession would send a clear and powerful message that the most successful and visionary EU foreign policy, the policy of enlargement, is not a relic of the past, but a living, breathing force shaping our common future. Ladies and gentlemen, our message is simple. Montenegro is open and ready for business, for innovation, and for partnership. We are building a green, modern European country, a place where investment meets opportunity and growth benefits everyone. Thank you, and once again, welcome to Montenegro, the next member of the European Union.